holding back until we watch fucking MasterChef. You know what I mean? I'm so ready to fucking watch MasterChef, but we'll watch one or two more of this.
Bezos and Warren Buffett, three of the richest men in the world. And yet it's very likely that you pay more tax as a proportion of your earnings than they do. In fact, Warren Buffett once said this.
But I'm paying about the same percentage of my income to the federal government as my secretary does.
Leaked tax.
You wish. You fucking wish, dog. I know he said that like as a... No, that's not true. Oh my God. Can you imagine? That would be a utopia, okay? It would be literally a utopian society where, like, you know that meme of like, oh, if Hasan wasn't banned for saying the C word, and then it's like that fucking meme of, you know, like people, spaceships flying around and shit like that. You know? It's like society if billionaires paid the same percentage of the revenue they generate as like the average American worker. Straight up, dude. We would be going to the fucking moon and back. Oh my Lord, dude. This image. Yes. Society if billionaires paid the same percentage as their like overall revenue that they've generated, overall wealth that they've created that year as like the average worker. Bro, that's bananas, dude. Think about that. Unless maybe her secretary is just like a fucking gross tax evader or something. But like, it's crazy. Billionaires pay like 0.1. Billionaires pay like 1%, okay? 1%. And because they make billions and billions and billions of dollars, or specifically trillions if you compare, like if you compile all of the wealth that they have earned over the course of the past year, over the course of the pandemic.
5 months
okay?
streak, homie.
Obviously, that 1% translates to a fuckload of money. I get that. Okay? However, the reality is earnings, man. Earnings. Shut up. Earnings. I don't mean earn like as in they actually fucking earned it. Shut up. Shut your stupid mouth. I'm talking about wealth generation. Okay? Shut up. Wealth accumulation. Fuck. You know what I mean. Buffett probably pays the most 20% on capital gains when he sells stock. His secretary pays more than that. Lol. In a 2007 interview, Buffett explained that he took a survey of his employees and compared their tax rates to his. All told, he found that while he paid a total tax rate of 17.7%, doubt it. That's 2007, and even then, I fucking doubt it.
Tax returns analysed by ProPublica found that Jeff Bezos paid no federal income tax in 2007
yeah, of course.
and 2011, while Elon Musk didn't pay any income tax in 2018.
The rich have it different than the rest of us. They make their money holding assets, capital, and we tax capital very lightly.
So why do the ultra wealthy pay so little tax as a proportion of their wealth?
Because they have the infinite money glitch, baby. Let's fucking go. You already know. We've talked about this a million times over, okay? They have a literal endless sea of money that they can get at like insane fucking rates by just straight up calling up a bank and going, give me some money. Here are all my assets. And then the bank is like, oh my God, if you let me hold on to some of your money in the future with the promise that like I could maybe facilitate a fucking merger or whatever for you, I will literally give you the lowest interest rate you could ever fucking see. No interest rate. Fuck it. I'll pay you to take money out of my bank, okay? And it doesn't matter. You buy, borrow, die. Buy, borrow, die. That's it, baby. All your fucking assets are in your stock options. All of your assets are in your in the stock market. All your wealth is in the stock market. Then you can just take out money for fucking free. Instead of paying the government money, okay, in the form of taxes, you end up paying the bank interests. And usually not even any interest whatsoever. Or in some instances, the bank pays you. So great fucking system that we've designed.
And why can't politicians seem to do anything about it? People like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos didn't become the 2 richest people on the planet by being paid a salary. Instead, they like to be compensated in the form of shares in the companies that they run. Shares, though, are very different to a salary. You only pay tax, capital gains tax, when you sell shares.
The top tax rate on capital gains is 20%. By contrast, wages, salaries, bonuses are taxed at 37%. And that's just the start of the benefits.
Many billionaires follow a mantra called buy, borrow, die when it comes to tax. The simple idea is...
I love how you're complaining and talking about this, yet you stream on Twitch and give money to Amazon. Brilliant fucking take. Guys, do you feel owned? I feel fucking destroyed. Instead, I should be yelling at the fucking street to 3 people that walk past me. Maybe even hang out with the Black Israelites outside of the metro station so I can do my own ethical way of informing people. Brilliant. Insightful. You fucking own me. Please give me more of that. I love it. Fuck. Fuck yes, that's delicious.
Is that capital gains tax only applies when you sell shares. So simply don't sell them. Ever.
A key part of the buy, borrow, die sort of strategy.
Don't ban him. Actually try to debunk him so people who think like him shut the fuck up. Well, I just did. But the unfortunate reality is a lot of people are very stupid. So, one, we're pausing the fucking video to debunk something that is, first of all, in bad faith and completely fucking idiotic that has been debunked a million times over. And 2, I already did debunk it, but you didn't comprehend that I was debunking it. And I didn't even ban that person for the record because I have fun with idiots like that. That's like a fun thing at this point. Okay? You can criticize capitalism while existing under capitalism. You're mad because you know you're part of the problem? Totally. You got me. I am so mad.
Less than 3.
I am so mad. You know why I'm mad? Because I haven't created my cooperatively owned Amazon Web Services or Amazon Cloud, not a web service that doesn't even utilize like Amazon software, Amazon's fucking web hosting facilities. None of that. I haven't been able to do that on my own. Okay. Yeah. Like that's what it is. That's the argument. The argument is like build your own fucking shit. Okay? Debunk him calling you a shill. And it's such an idiotic argument that we have addressed a million times over that it's usually easier to just ban him and move on. But since you asked, chatter, it is a completely unreasonable and completely idiotic and counterproductive sentiment to express. There is no alternative. And the only reason why that person is here instead of like, I don't know, yelling at someone else is because it's successful. What I'm doing is successful. So successful that it pisses that person off. Okay?
Is trying to consume potentially without having to unlock a lot of cash or liquidity that is mostly reinvested into, a business.
But there is an intrinsic problem with this strategy, because if you're not being paid a salary and you're not actually selling the shares that you own, how do you find the money to buy yachts and private islands? Well, that's where the borrow part of the strategy comes in. You simply borrow money using your shares as collateral.
Elon Musk can borrow money from a bank, say, and use that borrowed money to buy whatever billionaires buy. And a borrowing in our system is not a taxable event.
And it gets even better than that, because if you borrow money from the bank, you may even be eligible for tax breaks. And then there's the final part of the strategy, the kicker.
When they pass away, they can then go ahead and bequeath it to an heir who does not pay tax when that asset is given to them. In the US, we call that the step up in basis.
Almost everywhere, schemes like this are being used by the uber wealthy to avoid paying tax, all perfectly legal. In the US, Joe Biden tried to torpedo the die part of the buy, borrow, die strategy. But the president's push simply didn't get the support it needed in Congress. Another idea to tax a person's net wealth annually didn't make it either.
Most scholars believe a wealth tax is questionable under our Constitution, which limits the ability to tax property directly.
And that's why many tech billionaires who have made a fortune during the pandemic may well pay a lower tax rate than you do. And the chances of that changing anytime soon are pretty minimal.
Now, at the end of the day, the billionaires, I think, will win. The framework of our income tax
You think?
rules will not be changed in any fundamental fashion.
Isn't this the estate tax shit people were throwing a fit about like 2 years ago? Yes. Motherfuckers that make like 60 grand a year were like, the government's coming after my funds, brother, when I die. It's like, no, bitch, you're poor, okay? You're going to die fucking poor, dumbass. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.